Hello everyone, and welcome to Bubobubo Mystery Incorporated. This creepypasta you're about to hear is an original from our channel. So, if you have any suggestions, please leave them down below in the comment section. Now, sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy.
Slices of Life. The Case of the Missing Bacon.
1.
Greetings, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I have finally done it. I've carved my own place on the net. I have created a blog, my blog, in which from today I will expose and explain my most interesting thoughts, experiences and adventures. So please stay tuned. I really feel that great things are about to happen, and I engage myself to share them in detail with you. Again, please do not forget to subscribe and ask me any questions. I will do my best to answer them during my next post.
So, I will start by introducing myself. My name is Melvin, I'm 19 years old, and I live with my family in Sagwin, Cornwall. It's a small town, but it's full of life. I mostly have no worries living here. My parents are caring, and my little brother, Edwin, a clever kid, is always around to entertain me with new games, pranks and jokes. Unfortunately, not all is rosy for me here. Since my high school graduation, I remain unemployed. In part because there was always a lack of interest from me as regards a first professional experience. Needless to say, I really don't want to disappoint my parents anymore. I really hope to get up on my feet and one day fulfill my dream of owning a house in the mountains. Now, I will talk a little about my plans for the near future. I plan to get hired for the first time in my life, then immediately start to save for my dream home. Yes, I know that I can't be too picky nor expect too much, especially since I only possess a high school diploma and no experience whatsoever. But even then, I must remain optimistic, right? Anyways, I will keep you well informed on the ongoing developments, so for now, have a nice day and see you soon. Peace. Postscriptum 1. I must admit that creating this blog has had a great effect on my emotional state. I feel mentally reinvigorated and emotionally strong. I am now more motivated, hopeful and audacious. A big change from just a week ago. By the way, tonight I witnessed a spectacular lunar eclipse. The so-called super red moon was mesmerizing. Its crimson glowing color pierced the pitch black night sky with grandeur. It was amazing. Too bad that this event occurs only once every 150 years. Postscriptum 2. Now that I think about it, not to be greedy or anything, but I have found out that in this site, link in the description, people can send donations to support their favorite content creators, including me. It goes without saying that I would really appreciate it if you guys, only if you want to, of course, could help me fulfill my dream. A very small amount would make me very happy and would take me a step closer to my goal.
2. Yesterday, I saw my brother writing a blog, and because grown-ups write blogs, I am also doing it. I know I must, because I'm already 8.5 years old. If we think about it, I'm already old enough. And it does not matter that I'm writing it on a notebook, in place of a computer. Who cares? It will be on the newspapers one day. My mom told me that in blog posts, people write about their daily lives, their feelings, and what they think. But here, I won't write something so boring. In this blog will be written my awesome stories and cases I will solve. Don't worry, pirate chests and magic forests will also be featured here if I ever find any. By the way, my name is Edwin. My dad works in a big building, my mom works at the hospital, and my big bro, who is the best bro in the world, doesn't work. But he spends his days playing video games, which is really fun, and it is better than working. I am also currently in a pact with Chaps Meows, a grey cat, that always comes near my home at night and lets me feed him and pet him. But because my dad says that we can't have any pets, he and I have sworn a pact of secrecy to not tell anyone about our friendship. It's our secret. 3.
Greetings, my beloved followers and friends. I have great news to share. Yes, your boy Melvin has finally found a job. I know you're curious, so let me explain. So, I was ultimately hired at my local supermarket as department clerk, and I am really excited about my long-term prospects at this firm. I've already had my first day instructions, and my manager, Mr. Han, seems pretty chill. Plus, the work is simple. I will be in charge of stocking and destocking our inner store warehouse and refrigerators. Mostly, I will be dealing with crates of meat products from stick of raw bacon to garlic Austrian sausages and spicy salami. Unfortunately, not everything is beautiful and rosy again. I will have to spend most of my morning shifts near cold refrigerated areas, which will be tiring and uncomfortable. Furthermore, my work begins early, sometimes as soon as 3 a.m. to finish at the latest around 9 a.m. Now, since I'm mostly a night owl, I must admit that I am not accustomed to the early hours. But the good thing is that the supermarket is close to my home, so I can get there on foot with no problem. Also, some days of the week I will have to pass by in the afternoon to conduct an inspection of my department and the facing of all the shelves. That said, I am happy and I wish you all good luck on your current and future job searches. May you find what you're looking for and more. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below. But before I say goodbye, let me answer some questions from you guys. Question 1 from Jacob69. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, Jacob. I have plenty of friends that are girls. Question 2 from Steve Siegel. Do you plan to upload videos in the future? Who knows, my friend? Probably. I need to acquire a good quality camera before anything. Question 3 from Naruto X One Piece. Do you like manga? Yes, I very much like.
4. Today I went to the cinema with my big bro. There we watched a movie about a private investigator. It took place in a Lenoir setting. I really liked it. I give it a 10 out of 10. I really loved how Detective Hooper, in the end, went mad when he understood that his existence didn't mean anything. He understood that the existence of humans is fragile and worthless compared to the dark gods. Poor him, it was his last case before retiring. He shouldn't have tried to find the cult that stole the Black Diamond. I don't remember its exact name. As always, the books I read and the movies that I watch about PIs are great. Even if not all of them have a happy ending, but the main characters are very cool. I have also seen on TV this new board game about detective cases that just came out. I'm going to ask bro if he can buy it, because mom won't. I got a bad grade at school and she seems pretty angry about it. Stupid school. It always makes me anxious to get a good grade, and when I don't get one, my mom gets very angry. And people say that school is all about having fun. That is a lie. For a piece of good news, last night Chaps came and let me pet him. I gave him some milk. He looked happy about it. 5.
Hi there, just a small update. Today I have received my first paycheck. I am happy, but I expected more, especially considering the great dedication I have put into my work. Anyway, later this week I plan to treat myself and my loved ones. I will buy a box of chocolates for my mother and a new pair of woolen socks for my dad. Also, I must acquire that one board game for my little brother. You know, it is the usual mystery/investigation game that comes with, for some reason, with a magnifying glass. For myself, I will have a copy of the newest FIFA game so I can join my friends online. Now, regarding my professional life, it is quite demanding. I mean, not that the tasks are difficult nor exhausting, but there is one that rubs me the wrong way. It is the constant restocking of raw bacon. Oh god, if you only knew how quickly that damn product disappears from the shelves. It vanishes. Let me explain. Every morning I have to replenish 2 large refrigerators with hundreds upon hundreds of raw bacon portions. I know, it should be expected, especially in the only supermarket in town, but god, it is not like the other meat products, including smoked bacon, are in constant demand. Just today, I left my work with the shelves ready to crack from the massive raw bacon amount. Tomorrow, I am certain to witness that damn bacon gone from the cold, white shelves of the refrigerator. But the other processed meats will still remain. Yes, I know what you think. It is because I'm a vegan that I get outraged. I rather share this then. It is most ironic that I work with meat for consumption, but it is my first job, and I need money, so give me some slack. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Do not forget to subscribe and comment, please. Before I go, I would like to thank your mom, ? For the donation. It is much appreciated. Peace and see you around.
6. Since it's already October, the chilliness of autumn makes the house of my school cold. Too bad that they haven't invested in a furnace because I have to wear mittens. But it doesn't really bother me that much because they are the same color as my limited edition Ninja Toads detective coat. Yesterday, during my pause, I went to see Mel at his job. It was fun. He was telling me about how someone was buying all the bacon. I teased him and told him that it was probably him who did it in secret. He didn't seem happy about it. As always, he told me that all animals have souls. It is a good thing that my school, his job, and my house are near to each other because I can go visit him whenever I want and have a great time. Another awesome thing is that my big bro bought me Detective Hunter's Unsolvable Cases board game, and it even came with a magnifying glass. It is the best thing ever. I use it to see if the cafeteria gives us poison food. So far, I have examined the salads, the soups, and the spaghetti that they serve us, and everything seems to be alright. Now that I think about it, it has been a long time since I've had a burger. I'm going to ask the cook when we will be able to have some. If he says no, I will talk to the principal so he can explain me why. 7.
Hi, I have to tell you what happened yesterday. It is urgent and important. Around 3 AM I entered the refrigerated area of the warehouse in which I work, where all the meat products after they get delivered are stored. Then the most unusual and scary thing happened. First, since this is a small town and most of the residents know each other, I don't know if I will get in trouble when I divulge what happened that night. Nonetheless, I feel the need to get it out of my mind, so you guys are aware of the spooky, weird things that happen when you are asleep. Please read closely and attentively. This happened. When I was about to enter the refrigerated compartment, I had noticed that the lock was forced and the door was open. The cold was escaping the room. I peeked inside and I saw 4 hooded individuals stealing from the warehouse. All of them transporting, piece by piece, close to a metric ton of raw bacon before loading it into a rental van. I watched closely, too afraid to confront them, but too curious to run. In the end, they noticed me. They saw me hiding. All of them had white theatrical masks covering their faces, featuring macabre expressions and queer grins. The one that found me truly resembled a cruel, vicious white demon. He pointed and stared at me with hate before slowly placing his index between his artificial lips. He wanted my silence. I confess, at that moment I ran away screaming. In the distance, I was still hearing their hellish laughs, which still echo in my nightmares. After my escape, I called the police, and I filed a report, but they are yet to identify and catch them. The worst part is what I heard them say before that pale thing noticed me. It still makes me shiver with fright. "It needs more meat. Our Lord is yet to be satisfied." And another replied,
We can only do so much. He only eats pure, non-tainted flesh. 8. My brother told me that some bad people in robes and masks stole goods from the supermarket. Those bad people almost injured him. This situation reminds me of the book The Case of the Stolen Goods, where people in a cult started stealing small idols so they could offer them to their dark god. In the story, Detective Dominic Hunter, with his pet Charles Meows, found them beneath a church. Granted, they only stole bacon, but they are probably stealing with bad intentions. So, because it seems that no one has had any leads about this case, I, Inspector Edwin, will gladly take it. I have a feeling that it is going to be a great first serious case, and it will be me who will catch those cultists that wanted to harm my brother. Also, it will be a stepping stone for my career as a PI. But before I start investigating, I will consult chaps and see if you can smell up any leads. It is a hunch, but I think they might be in the church. Who knows? Sometimes life imitates art. 9.
Hi there, it's me again, your favorite blogger, Melvin from Sackville. Once again, I have some news to share. I will start with the bad bunch. 3 days ago, my hours have been cut in half. I have asked my manager for a more detailed explanation. He told me that because of an outbreak of swine fever, the deliveries of pork products have been suspended until further notice. He then said that, for a start, I only got hired because they needed extra help with the sudden increase in demand of raw bacon, which grew around 1 month ago. I guess that's business, nothing personal. It just shows. When 3 weeks ago my supermarket tried to capitalize on that sudden rise of demand for the bacon by doubling then tripling its price per portion, I did not see an increase in my pay, not even a cent more per hour. Too bad that now the deliveries are suspended and no one profits, but it serves them right, they were greedy. Also, our warehouse is lacking that raw bacon, thanks to those weird masked men that the police is still trying to find. I still have nightmares regarding them. I dream of them eating unceremoniously tons and tons of that meat, unable to quench their appetite. They laugh and they scream like animals. They eat those uncooked raw pork portions without even chewing, hastily swallowing them while I peek from inside a closet. Oh god, it is quite scary to know that those kinds of weirdos still roam freely. I almost forgot about the good news. Now that I have more free time, I am ready to develop an investment strategy, or use the time to find a new job. Hell, I might as well try to find all of those missing cats and fetch the generous rewards. After all, I have seen missing posters pop up near the church.
10. This is a problem of utmost importance. It has been a while since I saw Chaps. It is very worrying that he didn't show up for his dose of milk, that he always does. So I think that someone has kidnapped him. Maybe I am wrong and he has wandered off somewhere, but these last few days I have seen a rise in posters of missing cats. There is no way that these are all coincidences. The robbery, the posters, and now Chaps' disappearance. These three are connected. I know they are. If my predictions are correct, in the days to come, posters of missing dogs will also appear, and if it continues, even people will suffer the same fate. But why is there a cult operating in Sackville? Let me explain the reasoning behind my hypothesis. As a serious investigator, I went to my local library for clues and found something very interesting. At first, I was flipping through the pages of the books that were about the occult arts. They didn't have anything very interesting in them. When I stumbled upon the old section of the library and took out a book that had the name Vermis Mysteris, the English translation. It looked like a very old book, but it didn't have any dust on it, which puzzled me. So I slipped through the pages and found out that some of them were missing. I went to the summary Reading it, I found out that there were chapters dedicated to deities like Yog-Sothoth, Shub-Niggurath, and more. But what caught my attention the most was the section of the 7 princes of hell, where one whole chapter was missing. The chapter titled Beelzebub, the Prince of Gluttony. And it not only ends there. I have also taken a map and pinned the points where the cats were last seen, and found out that it all leads to the church. It was around there where over 40 cats went missing. Good thing that it is really close to my school, so when I have time I will go there. I sincerely do not know why that cult would do this, but I will not let them harm my family. 11.
Today I was laid off. The manager, without pity, insisted on the fact that there was an excess of people in our department. So, until the situation with the meat products gets sorted out, most of us will remain unemployed. He offered to call me and my colleagues as soon as the situation stabilizes, but I declined. I really don't want to work for a company that sees its employees as disposable tools. Anyways, since I had most of the morning off, I seized the opportunity and left my CVs at the local mall. We never know, someone might call. After that, I went to pick up my brother at his school. It is sad to witness the deterioration of our public infrastructure, all due to the lack of funding and lazy people. It was the first time I entered in like 9 years, and the state of disrepair was horrendous. The floor was filthy, there was dirt on the walls, and the janitor was nowhere to be seen. I talked with the secretary and complained. I explained to her that if the current janitor is incompetent, perhaps I could help. She was quite happy grabbing my CV. Then she told me that she will, as soon as possible, speak to the principal. Then she sneezed. They really need to do something about the dust and the dirty halls. After picking up Edwin, we visited the church near the supermarket. Since now I got a lot of spare time, I gladly took him there, especially since he asked me to. Inside the church, my little brother started examining the floor with his magnifying glass. He took samples from dust particles and holy water. I am really happy he had fun playing detective. It was heartwarming watching him closely examine the floors, seats, and even religious statues. When I asked him what he was doing, he said that he was collecting information to validate his hypothesis. How cute! After more than an hour, we finally left the building.
12. Today, school was awful. As usual, the cafeteria only offered fruits and vegetables. Every time I tried to talk to the principal, he was never there, and all the professors were riled up. Especially Mrs. Martha, but I forgive her, since she just lost all her cats. I know because I noticed all the scratch marks on her hands. But I guess that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I have yet to find out where Chaps is and destroy that cult. The situation has worsened. As I have predicted, dogs are now going missing, which is a blunder from their part, because I have a dog whistle. Cats do not respond to them very well, but dogs, they always do. They will lead me to Chaps. Since I have a good idea where the cult might hide, I yet need to understand some things that quite don't make sense. This afternoon, I will pass by my school's library. There, I might find other pertinent information before tomorrow. Tomorrow is Halloween, and while trick-or-treating with my deputies Todd and Jamal, we will go there and blow the whistle. I know that after tomorrow, Chaps will be no more. Hang in there, friend. I will save you. 13.
Hello guys, just a small Halloween update. Today I witnessed one of the most unusual and adorable things. When I was in search of my stapler and long lost pinpoints, I stumbled upon a true detective's den, inside my brother's room, where all sorts of notes and research materials were scattered across the room. On the wall, a map of Sackville, with all the areas where the missing pets had last been seen pinpointed. On the floor, splinters of wood and blueprints laying out the architecture of several local buildings, all probably taken from the library records. Furthermore, on his little desk lingered investigation notes, suggesting the funniest clues and conclusions, which I will share with you. Please remember, he's just 8, so give him some slack. I don't write this to ridicule him, but because I am proud of his resourcefulness and drive. So, my little bro concluded that the school board, including most of the teachers, are members of a devil-worshipping cabal. No joke. I guess just because his school's cafeteria did not serve meat for over a month, that it was all fed to a Beelzebub, some demon that possessed the school's principal during a dark ritual conducted around 50 days ago through the last lunar eclipse. Also, today is the day that supposedly that Beelzebub, or whatever, will break out of his human vessel and start devouring people in exchange for favors. My brother also suspects that the school janitor was taken down because he discovered what they were hiding in the school's basement. An unholy decaying beast, a chained ravenous monster, and an empty dark throne awaiting his final metamorphosis. Yes, I know, it all leads to the illogical conclusion that all the meat bought and stolen from my workplace was fed to an eldritch entity, but it does not end there. That implies also that all missing pets met eventually the same end. My brother has such a vivid imagination. Those guys who stole the raw bacon were just crazy, nothing more, nothing less. And bacon is just delicious, especially fried with some eggs and sausages, as it is costume in Sackville. They had a costume party, got high, and decided to go raid or pantry. It is the most rational explanation. Now, I feel a little stupid to have been afraid of them. Postscriptum 1. I've just received a call from the school. I got the job. I start tonight at 3 AM. It is okay, as you know I grew accustomed to it since my last job. I am surprised about the wages though. Over $150 a night. I am taking the job. My time has come to shine, no pun intended. See you! Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for a possible part 2.